Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to my channel Blossom of Q. Watch me good. Okay, so y'all, today I'm basically gonna be talking about 3 topics, and that's dating as a single mother, number 2, the life of a mother, and also being a at-home mom for the time being. So yeah. So basically what I'm going to be talking about is 3 things today. 3 topics. 1, dating as a single mother, being a single mother, and being an at-home mom for the time being. Dating as a single mom, it's not hard, but it kind of is. Only because you have to worry about, your mental health. You have to worry about who you're bringing around your children. You have to worry about, people who are not, or who is kind of sticking the head over single mothers, because believe it or not, there are some sick sons of bitches out there. It's crazy, and I've ran into a good bit of them, if we're being honest. It was crazy. I'm gonna let y'all know a couple of stories. Okay, me, I've been single for 9 months. So the first person that I was with, well, not the first person my whole life, but the first person that I've been with in a relationship for the longest was my baby father. And a lot of shit did not go well. It was good, but it also had bad times, and it was real toxic. So we both decided to just end it. After him, I got into another relationship a month or 2 after me and him, which was a horrible big mistake. You don't want to get into a relationship after a toxic one, because you have to discover yourself before you can get into one. Only the reason why I say that is only because it's certain things about yourself you never knew of what was wrong. I had trust issues. I really and truly did. I had trust issues out the ass, and I projected that onto him. And even though I don't really believe that he was being faithful to me, I feel like I was a part of the fuck up with the relationship that I had with the next person that I was with after the person that I, got out of a relationship with for the longest. Y'all get what I was saying. Me and this person, we met last year in July. And everything was just going cool. Everything was just going swell, and everything like that at some point. And for some reason, shit just switched. Shit just changed. I'm not even gonna get into it. Let's just say that it just went haywire. And I kind of blame myself, because us mothers, I'm gonna speak for myself, but I know some mothers out there are just like me. When you get out of a relationship that you've been with someone for a very, very, very long time, and you go out and you start dating, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, it was a fun situation.
Yeah, my eyelash messed up this whole video. Don't worry about it though.
At the same time, it's I was scared to try to be on my own for a long time after my longest relationship, because for number 1, I know I'm not unattractive. I know that it had nothing to do with that. I did have some insecurities of me being a mom. And what I mean by that is, a lot of men out there don't want to date a lot of women with more than 1 child. And I have 2. So I was scared that nobody wanted me after having 2 children. And a lot of them were pretty cool. A lot of them have more damn kids than me.
Be having 5 or 10 of them motherfuckers.
And I was glad of that, because that was one of my biggest fears, of actually getting out there to date. So the dating scene, it was good for me for a while, but then a lot of stuff started to happen. I started meeting, excuse my language, assholes. I started meeting manipulators. I started meeting like motherfuckers who just wasn't the type for me. Not even with looks. Like, they can be the most attractive person ever and their personality sucks. Like, how can you be so fine? Like, you sexy as hell, but how can your personality be, you know, oh my God. Like, some of them were real cool. Me dating them, some of them, they were real cool. They're real cool. It was this one guy that I actually had met. His name was Antonio. And he was a cool dude. He took me out on a breakfast date and everything. And after that, he wanted to see me. He was like, he didn't do the communication thing. And I told him that's one of the things that I want out of a relationship. If I wanted to, you know, go to that level of being serious with someone, is their level of communication. And one day he told me that he don't really do communication, but he'll try for me because he was growing feelings for me. And I was like, we just met like, what, 2-3 days later? I mean, earlier. And you're growing feelings for me? He was like, yeah, he said you're a really cool chick. Like, I love your vibe or whatever like that. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And one day came, he said he wanted to see me at that night. And I was like, okay, well, cool, I ain't doing shit. So we went to this park he wanted to take me to. And we walked around, joked, talked. We had like a nice time, you know. And we got in the car. We still was talking, joking or whatever. We had a nice little convo. And he asked me, was I hungry? And I was like, yeah. So he took me to eat. And when he took me to go eat, before he took me to eat, he asked me what did I want to go eat. And I didn't know what. And he basically gave me 2 options. And I chose one option and he took us there to go and eat. So while after we were eating, we sat there and we were talking again. And we started playing around, having more conversations, stuff like that. And he kept trying to bite on my neck. And I'm like, you better stop doing that for you, you know. Get some shit started. And of course we were flirting or whatever. And he leaned over and he kissed me. Y'all. When he kissed me, you know that feeling that you feel for someone. Your knees buckle, your heart starts racing, all that. I didn't feel none of that. Like nothing. Oh my God, I didn't feel nothing. Like, not weak at the knees, not feel like I was gonna pass out, none of that. And I was so upset. Then I was like, well, maybe let's try it again. Gotta try it again. Hopefully he leans in to try to kiss me again, and then maybe we'll get it on track, you know what I'm saying? So he kissed me again. Y'all, I still didn't feel shit. So I said to myself, oh no, I don't feel anything. Oh, he's growing feelings for me. I don't feel nothing. I felt so bad, y'all. Afterwards, I guess he felt that my conversation was getting dry. So I guess he stopped texting me. It was getting dry. I was like, I gotta cut this boy off. I don't feel anything. And I didn't want to lead him on, and then he growing feelings to me. I didn't want to lead it on to where he goes deep into like this type of emotional fucking thing or whatever for me, but I don't feel the same way. So I was like, I'm not finna do that to him. Like, I just gotta let him go. I do. Because, you know, I don't want to be no bitch to where he don't have any type of trust. Like, he don't have no type of trust towards any other woman after me. So I had to let him go. I still think about him sometimes. And he was so attractive. There was nothing wrong with him. It's just, what's that trying to say? The heart won't, what the heart won't. Like, bitch, I can't help that. So, like, next, I basically went on another date, and we hit it off. Everything was cool, whatever. And he took me home. Like, the whole entire night, like, he was saying that I was beautiful, I was cute, I was just that third. He was, you know, giving me intimacy in the car when we was driving places. Then it's like, the next morning, some shit switched. He told me that he think that we should go our separate ways because, y'all, get this. He said I look nothing like my pictures. Damn. I'm sorry. Check out my face. What the fuck is that? That is the first time I've ever heard any guy tell me that. Like, you got to be kidding me. The guy that I actually was with before him, he was scared that I might have been catfish. And he was like, okay, I want us to FaceTime. And I was nervous. It wasn't that I was scared that he might think I'm ugly, because I'm not. But no, I'm not. I was just nervous because, of course, like I said, I'm on the dating scene. So I don't know how this shit goes. I've been with someone for 7 years. After, like, you know, I wake up ugly with a morning breath and morning face. And he still want to kiss and love on me. So I don't know how this shit's supposed to play out with someone else new. I was just getting out the shower, and I was going to one of my friend's daughter's birthday parties, and he FaceTimed me. So I answered it, and I showed him how I look, and he was like, oh yeah, you legit. I said to myself, yes, I know the fuck, like, how did you expect for me to look? Like, what? And he was like, nah, I just wanted to see. So I told him I was going to have to get ready and call him back. And he was like, okay. And he texted me, and he was like, you cute or whatever, your head still big. I'm like, first of all, says the person's face who looked like it got smashed the fuck in. That boy did some things to me. And I'm not just talking sexual. Like, that boy did some things to me. Like, I swear I met him in another life. Somewhere down the line, I've met that boy in a other lifetime. I had to, because I felt so comfortable with him. Like, I've known him for a long fucking time. When we first met, first link, I swear to God, it's like I was just meeting up with someone that I already had met but haven't seen in a long time. That's how it felt. That is how it felt. And I don't feel like that with anybody. I'm nervous as fuck when I first meet you. Like I said, me and him, we didn't work out. So for right now, I'm just trying this whole celibacy thing. I'm good on it. And I told my homegirl, because I was talking to like my homeboy about it, and I told him that I was talking to my homegirl that the thought of sex, it disgusts me now. And I was like, it might be a trauma thing. And my homegirl was like, it might be. I think it is. The thought of me being touched, it just grosses me out. I don't know why. Maybe I'll probably get out of it. I hope I get out of it. But for right now, it just grosses me out. I don't know how to explain. Other than that, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah. But the next subject that I wanted to talk about was being a mom. Being a mom is very, very complicated. I don't care how people try to make you seem... I don't care how people try to make it seem like it's the best thing in the world. It is, but it's complicated. It's complicated, and it's very, very hard. Especially when you have no help, no support, nothing of the fucking sort. It's hard. It's really hard. And then I have 2 kids. So, you know, I look at it as motivation. And it is. It's motivation. It keeps me on my toes. They keep me on my toes. Like, these little suckers here. And I love them both so much. Both of them are such sweethearts. One, she is so bossy and sassy. The other one, he's very loving. He's a protector. He is such a protector of his little sister. He was diagnosed with autism back in 2018, 2019. And it was very hard to get him to learn certain things because of his speech. But he's 7 now, and he's gotten it down pat more than how it actually was. And I've been helping with him with his, his numbers, his ABCs, and, trying to get him to understand how to answer questions with your good bit of knowledge instead of repeating the question. Because he would repeat the question after you ask him the question. Like, how you doing? He used to be like, how you doing? And they would be like, I'm fine, how are you? And then he'll be like, I'm fine. It's a part of the autistic, one of the characteristics of the autism. And he's gotten better. He actually answers. He'll be like, I'm fine, when I would ask him, are you okay? And I love that, And, certain conversations we had, it's developed more better because he didn't know how to answer me. And then it's like when he would try, he would get frustrated because I wouldn't know what he's saying. So the other day, even though, like I said, his speech is getting much, 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 much better, the other day he came in and he was like, Ma, $1. I'm like, $1? Where did you get $1? Instead of him responding with my question, where'd you get $1? He was like, Pop, which is my father, his granddad. And I was like, oh, Pop gave you $1. He was like, yeah. And I was like, go tell him thank you. He actually went, told him thank you. He came back in the room and he was trying to give me his $1. And I was like, no, put it in your pocket. So with my daughter is very animated as well. And she's different. And I'm glad, because I wanted to have a second child, to have my second child teach my first child, and my first child teach my second child. And that's what they've been doing. My son does not like to leave my daughter's side. If she's wandering around and about, he actually tries to keep her out of trouble. And of course she yells at him, and she's 1. Of course she yells at him. And I'm like, quit yelling at him. He's trying to keep you from getting in trouble and you're being mean to him. But she's learning a lot as well. Like for right now, I'm slowly teaching her body parts. And of course, I have like some TV shows that she be watching for her ABCs, her 1, 2, 3s. And, like I said, being a mom, it's very complicated. It's fun. It's very fun. You love your children to death. I know I do. But it's very, very complicated. And yes, their dad helps. He helps wonderful a lot. I don't bother him as much. And the reason why I don't bother him as much is because, I'm not the type to be on the baby father's ass about his kids. He knows he has kids. So all I know is if it comes to a point where it's weeks or months to where he doesn't ask if the kids need anything, or if he asks if they're okay or what they're doing, then yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. If it takes you that long to actually ask about your kids, yeah, we have a problem. But he doesn't do that. And I'm glad he doesn't. No, we're not together anymore. But we co-parent. We do have our bad days. We have our good days. There's days where we're best of friends as co-parenting. Then there's days where we're at each other's throats. So we're still getting into the hang of it. Other topic I want to talk about is me being a stay-at-home mom. I'm not working right now currently because I have to get my daughter in school. So that way I can figure out my schedule of when I can go to work. So, and it's been very boring. It's been very, very boring. Cleaning, cooking, doing nothing but cleaning and cooking, laying down all day, sleeping all damn day. At least I try to do something constructive by writing poems, drawing, like, you know, doing yoga, sometimes exercising, but that doesn't always work. It is so boring, let me tell you. Being a stay-at-home mom is very, very boring. But I love it though. And I just sometimes get overwhelmed. I've had depression on me. I think I had depression on me like a week or two ago, and it was horrible. It was so horrible. It was so horrible. How I know my depression is getting to me, I need to be wanting to get out of bed. And I hate getting like that. I really, really, really hate getting like that because, you know, I have 2 kids, 2 babies. And like I said, they keep me on my toes. They perk me up. One come in saying he's hungry. The other one wants to watch one of her TV shows. So they keep me on my toes. And honestly, it's the best feeling ever. If you're a mother, you understand where I'm coming from. It's another one that I wanted to talk to y'all about, which is relationship advice. I feel like you should not, and trust me, I've experienced it. Even if you don't have children, I feel like you should not jump into a relationship before you figure out what's wrong with yourself. And I said that in the beginning of this video. I think you should figure out what's wrong with you before you jump into another relationship. And the reason why I say that, once again, is because you'll be looking for something in someone else where you should be fixing on yourself. For example, if you're in a toxic relationship and you're just getting out, trying to get into another relationship, you're going to project that onto him. He's going to get sick and tired of it. He's going to want to leave you alone. You can't get mad because of that, because you're not taking this time to heal. It's an abandonment issue. And I had that. You're afraid of being alone. I had that. I felt like that. But you also have to realize when the time comes to where you'll meet someone that's for you and all for you, trust me, shit's gonna feel so good. I'm waiting to just breathe, if that makes sense. I know what I'm capable of in a relationship. I tell everybody this. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do for you. I know how I can make you feel. But I'm not finna do all that. And the pressure isn't being applied to me like that. No, it's not that I'm rushing into a commitment with you. It's just when I love hard. And I don't want to be taken advantage of. And some people, it's me moving too fast. There's times where I did move too fast and I see where it got me. But at the same time, they know that I was telling the truth. If I love you, I love you. If I hate you, I hate you. I don't want to feel like I'm doing the wrong thing with anyone that I call myself being with. Meaning, if I do something for you and then later on you make me feel like I shouldn't have, it's gonna piss me off because I put my time and my growth in you. So the fact that you make me feel like it was a waste of time of me doing that, what? You could have just left me the fuck alone. This, and this is all I need. That's all I need. If you can give me that, that would be the best thing for me ever. If you can give me those 3 things, if you give me those 3 things, be good. If not, I cut you loose. I gotta let you go. Your toxicness is not worth my peace. I know my worth now. So anything that I see is wrong in a relationship that I don't like, you're getting blocked. You're getting blocked. I won't talk to you anymore. I've had plenty of guys ask me why we not linking anymore, why we don't talk anymore, because for number one, you're boring, you don't know how to have conversation. Number three, I'm not finna be feeling like I'm not enough for anyone. And people would say, oh, you're doing too much, or he ain't text back in an hour, he might be busy. Hell nah, you're not. If you actually like someone, there is no such thing as being too busy. You can't tell me it is. There's no such thing as being too busy for the person you like. If you're working, okay, I understand that. But bitch, you better make your way to the bathroom to shoot me a text saying, hey babe, I'm still working. I'll text you when I'm done. I love you. You know, communication, like I said. That's all I need. That is all I need. That is all I fucking need. And it seems like no one can give it. Oh, I don't have to answer to anybody. Okay, you're right. You don't. But guess what? Me and you ain't finna go to the next level. You out of my life now. I gotta cut you up. If you have that type of mindset to where you feel like no, you don't have to answer to no one, you're right. You ain't got to. But you ain't finna be talking to me no more. Because if you really like someone, it's communication. What's so hard about that? A lot of guys I've actually seen on certain videos talking about how they just meet a girl and the girl telling them about their sexual assault stories, and they just be like, oh, okay. Really, dude? This girl came to you and talked about her deepest feelings, means she's comfortable around you, and you mean to tell me it's a turn off or it made you feel cringy? You can't say, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, and actually mean it, or at least comfort her. She felt comfortable to tell you about her life story, something she probably hasn't told anyone when it happened. And you mean to tell me you can't be comforting? That speaks a lot. That speaks a lot about you. I'm just looking for my person, y'all. When I want my name dropped, meaning I want to be married. I am not gonna let him go. I'm not gonna let him go. Like, no, I'm not forcing it. No, I'm not rushing it. Because when you rush it, it's never done when it gets to you. So, of course, she's just going to be disarrayed all over the place. Nah, want it to take its time. Let it marinate. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited, though. I just know that I'm going to meet somebody that is on my level of intimacy, communication, the love, the loyalty, I'm ready. I'm so ready. Thinking about it, like, I'm ready. Okay, y'all, that's all I have for today. I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe to my video. Also, I want you guys to put in the comments what you guys will want for me to talk about advice wise, either at the bottom of this video, or I have my social media, in the video as well, and at the bottom in my description, if you guys want to DM me any type of thing, any things that you guys would want me to talk about, I could do that. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you guys. Like and subscribe.